So what's going on guys, Kids here and welcome back to a brand new video. For today I will show you the best free-to-play guide for F2P heroes in Dragonheir Silent Gods. And just before we start I want to clarify that yes, this video is sponsored, but I'm not getting paid for saying positive or negative things about the game. All that they said is just to give a try to this game and see if I like it. So the game just launched globally and is now available on the PC through the Epic Game Store, Steam, Mac, iOS and Android. And if you want to try out and join the new D&D Legends in Dragonheir, then download the game right now using my link in the description. So, if this sounds interesting to you, then let's get right into it. So, this guide is mainly meant for newer players, for their first week or two of playing Dragonheir. I'm emphasizing mainly the week 1 or 2, because if you're going over to the events, the first thing that you will see will be some of the new server event. And for me it is the Clepsydra Torrent. So basically in the first 6 days of every server that starts, you have the option to go and fully reset all of your heroes. What this will do is reset everything and you will get back all of your XP, all of your ascensions and even all of your gold that you used on the hero. However, you will not get back your scrolls, so be very careful when you're upgrading your skills. So if you look, for example, I have not upgraded the skills for some of my heroes, because I will most likely reset them, and I mainly only upgrade heroes that will be very still useful and good later on in the game. In your first week of Dragonheir, it is going to be extremely hard to farm all of the dungeons that you need to upgrade your heroes. So as an example, the first and most important dungeon that you will want to farm is the Goblin Lair. So as an example, if you go into the Goblin dungeon, I did manage to finish most of the levels to go a little bit higher because I used some of my best heroes. But if you go as a new player, for example on the stage 4 of the Goblin, then you will have to upgrade your main heroes to climb the higher ranks as a free to play. So for the starter heroes, I recommend to use the Xander or Gula, and of course your main guy, the Adventurer, that you picked at the start. The Adventurer as the fire is the best one, even though he has 3 elements that he can swap between, which are fire, ice and lightning, because he will be the best starter hero for tons of AoE damage. For the Goblin Lair, you will be fighting enemies that are quite close to each other, and in big quantities. So for your main 5 hero setup, you mainly want to go for 1 support, 1 tank and the rest AoE heroes. As I said, the Adventurer is one of the best at this point. Obviously, if you're gonna start pulling more and harder enemies, even if they are rares, you're gonna start struggling with the Fire Adventurer. And then that is the time when you want to swap them. Using the swapping method depending on the enemy is easy trick to use, because the goal that you should have is to always farm the highest stages for the best possible rewards. Okay, so now let's move over to the stage 2 of our free-to-play journey, and we are going to move over to the other activities. So after I showed you what we can do in the Goblin Lair, now let's take ourselves for example into the Flame Domain. So let's say that I go into the Flame Domain, and in stage 1 I can beat it because it's pretty easy. But then if you go into stage 2 or 3, well there's a problem, because if you read what it says, fire and ice poison damage by the enemies are reduced by 30%. And damage dealt to fire and poison heroes is increased by 30%. So the more people that use the same ailment, the harder it is. If you go higher, it goes up to 60 and then even up to 90. So having the Adventurer as the fire will be a bad idea. So if I go for example in stage 2, we will need to switch the element to the Frost. By doing this, he's not gonna be taking more damage and he will not be dealing less damage, so it's a win-win. By bringing all the fire damage at the boss part, you can basically get one-shotted if you don't have enough survivability, or if you don't have a cleanser. You're going to see once we get there, but the boss basically puts attack on your heroes twice and does some type of AoE damage, and then when it fully charges and does the ultimate, it will explode those tags. Well, if that happens, then you basically get one-shotted. So that's why between fights we want to keep on using and switching our elements for the Adventurer hero. Now if we take ourselves to the Frost Domain, which is another one that you definitely want to farm, we will need to switch our hero again. So I just click him again, go to upgrade and then switch the element. And now it might be annoying, but early on, up till you're trying to progress more and have several heroes of several elements, switching the ones you have is going to help you a lot as a free-to-play player. So now let's take a look at the boss. What this boss does is that he can cast a decrease attack on your heroes. It then puts a shield on itself after it's done putting the decrease attack, so that makes her take less damage. However, if you bring your adventurer as a Frost or some other good combo, you could definitely kill him. It might be a little bit tricky with survivability, because at this point you won't have a lot higher level heroes. So then that means that you need to farm more of the flame domain to try and progress more. But this one is actually one of the easiest dungeons to beat. And then just before we continue, I want to tell you guys about the new upcoming Dungeons & Dragons characters, a new cool event and much more. So Dungeons & Dragons is the world's most popular tabletop role-playing game, and Dragonheir is officially collaborating with them, and by doing so, they're introducing new characters like the Jis du Urten and F2P to the game on November 17. This collaboration, Jis and his Black Panther, the Dragonheir, will have an independent and complete storyline. Players as well will be able to consume the Heliolite dice to participate in the Planeswalker summoning for a chance to summon the event's exclusive hero, the Jis du Urten. Dice skins like D20 and D4 are also free to get, as long as you complete the collaborated main quest and their connected activities. Players as well can go and defeat the final villain, Boss F2, in multiple ways. F2 will be added to a new dungeon after the completion, and you can unlock rewards by dealing big damage in the sandbox world. So what are you waiting for? Try the new D&D Legends in Dragonheir and have fun! And then lastly, I wanna quickly introduce you guys to the Blessed Summons too. So from the 13th of December till 22nd, you will be able to summon heroes by using the Heliolite dice. And because of this event, you will be able to choose any 3 legendary heroes to be blessed, and each summon you don't get one of these 3, their chances will keep getting increased. So this event is amazing if you wanna get a specific powerful hero. Here you can as well see the heroes that you can summon. I personally will be going for the Irzealous hero, because I really wanna try out the Throne of the Layman skill. And because of our captain, we will increase our attack by 30%. Then as well some other good heroes is the Ogak, Repercus, and from the epic heroes the Joyce. So guys, don't forget to participate in this event. And on top of all of this, you can go to the official Dragonheir Facebook page and watch the new D&D event trailer. And then for my last and final free to play tip, we have that you should use and take the advantage of all the free resources. My recommendation is for you not to overlook the free resources at your disposal. Artifacts which can significantly enhance your power can be obtained through the in-game activities and quests. Then as well, duplicate heroes might seem redundant, but merging or using them for upgrades can provide a substantial boost to your team's capabilities. I usually keep an eye for these free resources and incorporate them strategically to speed up my hero progression and gain an advantage in the game. If you want to level up quickly in Dragonheir, consistency is your best ally, so make it a habit to complete daily quests and adventure mode tasks regularly. These activities will provide valuable experience points that will accumulate over time, boosting your adventurer rank very quickly. By staying committed to the daily tasks, you will ensure that a consistent flow of experience gains, which will ultimately speed up your hero growth and advancing through the game's content a lot faster, without spending a lot, and that's about it. So with that said, I really do appreciate everyone for watching guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions, feedback, or other video ideas, like hero guides or beginner tutorials, that you would like to see for Dragonheir Silent Gods in the next video, then feel free to leave your comments in the comment section down below. I want to thank again this video sponsor, Dragonheir Silent Gods, and don't forget guys to click the link in the description box to download the game and play it for free. And as the game just released on Steam, so you can join hundreds of thousands other players in a new adventure, and try out the new D&D heroes. Dragonheir Silent Gods has already achieved over 10 million downloads with less than a month since its global launch. The game is ranked number 1 in the download leaderboards in 13 regions. And overall, Dragonheir is the second blockbuster product released by Nuverse, the distributor of Marvel Snap. It was released at Apple's WWDC this year, and it has been adapted to the Apple's newest technology. So the game is also available on the Epic Game Store, Mac, iOS and Android. And you can link your account so you can take your progress through all the available platforms and devices including Steam. And if you found this video helpful, then please leave a like, subscribe and enable that notification bell, so this way you could support the channel and you would not miss any more amazing content. With that said, you have an amazing day and I will see you in my next video, so take it easy, peace.